Here's an update video of my model railway room. What I've done. One thing, I've actually moved the table into a different spot now. So it used to go crossways at the back of the room. And every time I wanted to work at that side of the table, I had to crawl on the table and do the wiring that way. But now I've done it that way so I can get to it easy. I put the bed in this location. The bed used to be across this ways. And I've got the Mackenzie Island signal, search whistle from the 70s there. I've got my 80s signal here. It's wired up, but I'm not turning it on. I don't turn the signals on when I'm not in here. And I've got the table here. What I've done in previous, put a new point motor here. And the way I've done it with a little bit of rod, ties at the tyre bar and goes into a little hole, and then up from the hole to a little wire, and there's a little wire from the tyre bar to there. You only do that method if you haven't drilled the hole where the tyre bar actually is. In the tyre bar is a little hole for the motor wire. You haven't drilled the hole in the point, you put the point in, you won't be able to drill it from the underside, or you'll smash the point, because that's what I did try to do once drilling from the underside of the table. It would right through the hole and damage the point. And I had to replace my Hornby point motor, because I totally thought when I was wiring, you can't put it on a continuous power switch or it blows up, and that's why I've done to blow that point motor up. But lucky enough, that was not brand new. I only bought that a while back when I first did this line. I took it off when I replaced one of the motors, and I put it back on that one. I only sold that point. So I'm buying a 6-pack Culvert DCC Concepts motors, point motors. The one to put there. 2 to put in that three-way pocket. 3-way pocket, 2 motors on 1 point. Then another 2 there, and 1 there. If you're running wire, I painted the fog with red paint. Some of the rolling stock on certain points will short fog out if you don't have a flag that's too big. If it does short out, just paint a little bit of paint on the fog and it insulates it a bit so it doesn't fault. But use silver paint, it'll look better. But I didn't use that at the time, there's any paint I had. That point motor I was using on there came from that distance signal over there. Because it fell off and I moved the tails off one, but I was going to put one in there anyway. So I built this hedge on my tapes on the platform so I can run a locomotive from the goats in and couple one the loco up here, shunt through, go on the main line, pull up, pump and then come back in the platform. What I also done is move the British Rail lamp. It used to be here, where the radio is now, and I'll put it on the side. And what I've done to hold this up is put a bracket there. And I've wired an LED inside there to light it up because I don't have the original petrol. I do have the original petrol tank for it, well, kerosene tank, but I'm not using it because it's leaking. It leaks every time. And I've got my radio, CV radio here, and I also got a telephone here now. Cover that's what my number. I've got that rotary phone here, so to the landline. What's for when I want to make outgoing calls to the on the exchange. So I've got this one was hooked into my switchboard. And also on the wall I've got everything, most of the locos I want to lay out. I've got a few I'm still doing to some repairs on. I've got every loco that runs me layout table on the wall. So I need to look at a number for the DCC, I just put the numbers in, it runs the loco. So all my layout runs my DCC operation. There's the control I use. Got 2 of them hooked together. So 2 people can run 2 trains at once. I combine 2 people playing on the layout, 2 controls so 2 people can run this layout, but 1 person can run 1 train at a time. Also got some old Metropolitan train flags. I found that these are actually not, they're from the Metropolitan. White is a departure flag, green is a go flag, and red means stop. But these are used by the platform staff. I've also rewired this level crossing with that control box. This crossing is using X parts from a level crossing. That bell came from the Royal Park level crossing. They replaced it with E-bells. The crossbuck came from another crossbuck. I can't remember where it came from, but the man told me from the Victorian Rail Antiques where I got that from. That track 2 sign, the lights and the stop on basically came from the Seaford level crossing on the Frankston line. That light there came from South Geelong crossing when they replaced the Wishbone gates with brand new boom gates. And that light there is unknown. I forgot where it came from. And I've got my Hornby brake vans there on the siding, brand new store like I got them there. What else is new on the side? Yeah, that signal there is the double one for the things he's saying two. It's got two arms for a reason. The left arm is for the in case we're going to the siding. Signal 4 is the one for the siding. Signal 3 is the one for the main line. But now I'm going to show something else also done in here. Found a few of the railway pictures on the wall. Mine. Double the pictures. And that's it of the railway video. And also I made this, the last couple of months ago I made this homemade sea box out of cardboard. I showed that in a previous video, but that's an awesome thing I made, so I put it back where it was originally. Also got one of those Hornby signal boxes there. That Hornby one I've actually modified a bit, having an LED light in it, so when I plough up the layout it actually lights up. I'm not sure that the light boots will come on. Actually lights up, so it's got LED lamps inside. We're wanting to make that light up. I had some old white Christmas lights from 2015. I saved them because they both had the LEDs on, and I used them to make the new for my railway. So my railway has that signal box lights up, and that's the end of the video.